Good evening and welcome to Project Ready TV. I'm your host, Angie Anderson Moten, and we want to always remind you that we are in the business of preparing our students for college, work, and life. Before we get started, though, I would like for you to take a moment and share and like this video. Grab all the middle and high school students that you know and tell them to join in the conversation. Tonight, we have a brand new segment called Career Day Fridays. And in this segment, we want to share different career opportunities with you and take a moment to speak with some people in the community that are actually in these careers. We're going to talk about what did it take for them to get there, how does the journey look, and so that we can encourage each of you to, find out what your passion is. And so tonight we have Juanita Hopkins and Angel Watkins with us tonight. And we want to say good evening to the both of you. Good evening, ladies.
Good evening, Angie. Thank you for having us.
Yes. No problem. Thank you for taking the time out your schedule to come on to talk about Career Day Fridays. I am so excited to introduce this piece. Last month we talked about college tours, or we showed virtual college tours. And so taking this time to introduce careers to our students is so very important in that piece of preparing them for all areas at the Urban League. So it's an honor to have you. Briefly, tell me a little bit about yourselves, and then we'll hop right into the questions that I have for you tonight. We'll start with you, Juanita.
All right. So good evening, everyone. My name is Juanita Hopkins. I am the board chair for Mentor 5 Project Ready. I am also a teacher. I teach college English and speech, and my full-time job is as a paralegal.
Awesome. Angel?
Hi, I'm Angel. I am the co-chair for the Project Ready Mentor 5 Advisory Board, and I currently am a trainer at a company downtown.
Awesome. So again, it's Friday. We're talking about careers, and I want each of you to take a little bit of time and tell me about your individual careers and what exactly it is that you guys do. Angel, we'll start with you this time.
Okay, so I am a trainer. My actual title is training coordinator, but that is not what I do. I am responsible for training our new hires in the clinical department where I work. I'm also responsible for coaching them and making sure that they are completely successful within their 30 days. So I teach them everything that they're supposed to do, and we're a call center. So I help develop that curriculum and then push them through the training that we have and follow them through their 30 days as new hires.
Awesome. Juanita?
Okay, so my part-time job is a college English and speech teacher. I absolutely love it. I develop my own curriculum, generate my own lesson plans to implement in the classroom. And I teach adults. So that's what college is. You teach adults. But it's very fulfilling, and I absolutely love it. The grammar, the English, the syntax, all of it is fascinating to me. I am a nerd, and I also work as a paralegal for a firm here in Greenville. And as a paralegal, I draft documents, I review contracts, I generate disbursements for our firms in South Carolina, North Carolina, and in Georgia. So it's a lot to learn, a lot to do, but I thoroughly enjoy it.
Awesome. So did you ladies know what path that you wanted to take early on, or did it take some time to figure out?
You want to take that one, Angel?
Yeah, I know that completely. I knew when I was 7 years old I wanted to teach. For fun, I gave my little brother homework, and that was to watch Sesame Street. But my path kind of changed a little bit while I was in college because I didn't go through an education program. So I have a degree that's in interdisciplinary studies, and I didn't go straight into teaching. I did substituting for a little while, and because I was young, I allowed money to make me go into retail. So I didn't go straight into education. And then when I did have the opportunity to return to education, I was in higher ed for a little bit, and then went into corporate education, which are two different beasts. But I thought I was completely ready for corporate, and it is not the same. So there was huge learning curves for me.
Okay, awesome. Juanita?
I did not go straight into teaching. Didn't know that I wanted to be a paralegal either. I was a pharmacy major right out of high school, and I was 3 years into my bio degree, undergrad, and I made a mistake in the pharmacy and actually stabbed myself with chemo. And the next week, I changed my major to English. I did that real quick. And I loved it. I love critical thinking. I'm incredibly right-brained. I like facts. I like logic. I am incredibly black or white. And so it really helped with finishing my undergrad about a year late. But I had my degree, and I too did not go through an education program. My degree is in English, so I'm content strong. And I did an alternative certification to be an English teacher. I taught high school for 2 years. I absolutely loved it. I've taught everything from 9th grade honors to 11th grade AP, English, Spanish, ESOL, adult education. Absolutely loved it. And so when I was given the opportunity to actually teach college and earn my graduate certificate in teaching, I couldn't say no to it. And teaching is difficult. I taught 1 year 8th grade, and that was it. A group of my college friends, we all went to college together, and so we made a pact that at any point we didn't love teaching, we had to get out of it because we never wanted to be a detriment to our students. And so that's what I did. That new teacher burnout is real. It is incredibly real. And I switched over to being a paralegal because I knew that's something I didn't have to get any further education on straight out. But I am going to take my certification exam next month to be a certified paralegal. And I'll take it from there.
And you touched on a little bit of my next question. How do you guys feel about certifications, and how important is it to make sure that you're brushing up on your skills, when you're servicing our communities or just people in general? How important do you feel like it is to make sure that you're taking continual education courses or whatever, the opportunity to do to be better in your individual careers? How important do you guys think that is?
I think it's incredibly important. Angel, did you want to go first on this one, love?
No, go ahead.
I'm just going to say that it is incredibly important. The more you know, the better you do in whatever career that you're in, whether that's education in a formal sense or learning things on the job and gaining that experience. And also having those certifications under your belt are incredibly helpful. For a student who maybe doesn't want to go right into college per se, like to a 4-year institution, there's nothing wrong with getting a paralegal certification. It's 2 years. It's significantly cheaper than getting a full-blown undergrad degree. And once you get that certification, you're able to be a paralegal in all 50 states across the U.S. So it's going to travel with you. And that's really important. Many attorneys are looking for paralegals who are certified. And so you can get your foot in the door with your certification, work a few years and gain that experience. And then you'll be able to, market yourself to make those upper $60,000, $70,000 careers, if that is what you choose to do. So education is incredibly important, but so is experience. So, take your time and make sure that you're making the best decision for yourself and for your career.
Awesome. Anything else to add, Angel?
Yeah, so coming from where I used to work at, certifications were a big thing, MA certifications, farm tech certifications, and my boss actually has her farm tech certification. And even though she was my boss and the person at the top of all of our departments, she never stopped her continuing education for farm tech. And I see it all the time, the importance. Even at my current job, we have a section for farm techs, and I have people there who used to be farm techs but stopped doing their continuing ed. So when we need a farm tech to step up, it's like, well, why did you stop? Well, I didn't think I would use it again. I think it's extremely important to understand that once you get a certification, regardless if it's what's going to be your main source of income, you keep that up, because we're in a time right now where nobody thought about this, right?
No.
We didn't know Corona was going to happen and people losing their jobs left and right. But let me tell you who isn't: farm techs.
That's right.
Right.
So if I kept that up, I may not be out of a job right now.
Right. So speaking of Corona and COVID-19, how do you guys feel about remote positions? Because a lot of our positions, even mine, has become remote right now. So would you encourage our students to look for jobs or career paths that would allow them not to only be stationary, but to also be remote as well? What are your thoughts?
So I'm a people person, and this has pushed me home, right? And we just found out my company never thought that they could do it, but they had such a easy home, like transition to working from home, that we just found out 2 weeks ago it's permanent now. So my company's going straight to remote, and there are some of us who are ecstatic about it. And then there's other of us, like me, who are like, no, I need my people. I need my people. Especially as an educator, I need to see my people. We have teachers all around the country now missing their students. And it's big. It's something that's serious. Do I think you should do it? Absolutely. You should never make your circle small, right? But if you're a people person like me, buckle up, because
it's a majestic.
Yes.
A majestic.
Yes.
Yes, I do agree. But I also agree that we should never miss any opportunities given to us either. And so tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have definitely heard about different careers such as teaching, paralegals, and trainers, corporate trainers. So these are just some things that we're going to bring to you this month. We have some lawyers on board. We have some other educators on board. And then we're going to speak to a speech pathologist as well this month. And we have so much more coming this next month in June. So we want you to stay tuned. If you have any questions based off of these ladies' careers, please email us at projectgreenville@urbanleagueupstate.org. So again, that email is projectgreenville@urbanleagueupstate.org. We appreciate you, Juanita, and we appreciate you, Angel, for hopping on tonight. But before I let you go, of course, there is Project Ready TV trivia, and I have one question to ask you both. That it's not hard, Angel. Don't look at me like that. You're an urban leaguer. You should know these things. So our Project Ready TV trivia is either about our National Urban League or our local affiliates. Tonight, our question is, what city was the National Urban League founded? A, New York City. B, Chicago. C, Los Angeles. D, Philadelphia. What do you think the answer is, ladies?
A.
New York,
Juanita?
New York.
New York, New York. That is correct answer. I'm so proud of you, Urban Leaguers,
Thank
that
you.
you got it right. So it has been an absolutely wonderful night, wonderful time speaking with you ladies about your careers, and your journeys, the paths that you have taken to get to where you are. And for our viewers out there watching, there's so many things that you can do right now to prepare for what you're thinking about becoming. And yes, can it change? It sure can. But guess what? It's so awesome to have an A, B, and sometimes even a C plan. But here at the Urban League of the Upstate, if you ever need help with anything, and we'll be sure to get some more information out to you about this later on this month. We have what's called a Cooter assessment, where you can find out what things that you enjoy, what are some of the things that you love, and just match all of those things together with your academic studies. And so it's a wonderful tool to use to help you. Also, onet.com. It's a wonderful website for you to go to. Type in some of these careers that we talked about. It gives you information about salaries, states in other states, the state that we're in. It gives you information about what all is entailed for these different careers, and just a whole lot of information. Videos are included on this site. So I just encourage each and every one of you to take some opportunity, take some time to visit these sites. So, as always, we want to give our very best to you, and I hope we have done that tonight. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Juanita, for joining us. Please remember to follow us on all social media outlets at Urban League 864 and join our new YouTube channel at Urban League of the Upstate Project Ready Greenville. Until next time, my name is Angie Anderson Moulton, and I have enjoyed my time with you. Goodbye.